Okay. On YouTube, I was just scrolling YouTube and I just saw an advertisement for an app called Plantip or Plant App or some BS like that. Firstly, you don't need to be a genius to know how to grow a fucking potato. Okay? Secondly, you don't need to be a genius to know how to grow a tomato plant. Okay? The more complicated plants, it's as simple as this. If you can grow a cactus, if you can grow a tomato, and if you can grow a freaking dragon fruit plant, then you can grow anything. Okay? It doesn't matter what kind of a plant it is. It doesn't matter what nutrients it needs. If you got good enough compost, okay, even if it's a water lily or a rice paddy, you got good enough compost, like, hold on just a second. Let me show you. This bad boy, which I shouldn't even be leaving it in the light for that long. Okay. This bad boy, these are microorganisms. You put these into anything, which it's about a capful of this or a cup, into a gallon of water, you will grow anything. Anything your feeble little heart desires. So, this is one of the prototypes. I've had many prototypes before. I used to have bricks that were like that thick, and then I used to have ones that were this thick and this thick on top of it, and then that freaking tall of it, okay? And this is actually probably not my smallest. This was my smallest. Again, the only reason this one is the way it is now is because I submerged it in water for over 2 hours. Okay, and it still would not break. That it was with the paint and the plaster. Sorry, it was just a plaster block. It was with the paint and the sealant. And so, I had to use that one like a bar of soap in order to actually like break it. I've been trying to make another one, a bigger one, so that I could test a hammer against it. But it has not been going too well. This is my most recent one. So now the drying rack is what honestly did this. You see that cracking there at the bottom? That's because look, you see how it went down? And that was because of these are too big. Okay. So we're about to test this. Okay. This is money. Okay. So here this is. So here this is. You're going to flip it. Okay. It's holding steady. And a lot is coming off. But look, I'm only using one hand now. And it's holding. I think that if I had gotten maybe the sealant on it and the paint, it would hold a lot better. before I decided to try and do that. A lot of the sand is coming off. There it goes. See, it broke. Where's my bucket? Here's my bucket. That's actually, believe it or not, a good prototype. There have been ones that have not even held together. So, there's that. Now we're going to pause this and test this one in here. And then we're going to test the ball. One more thing. I think it's because of the type of straw I'm using. This is really honestly, this straw is honestly, I think, going to be for the plaster. And this type of straw here is what this one was made out of. So I think we're going to be using this for the actual material. And that type of straw, which is, hold on, where is it? I'll look for it, give me a sec. It's this type of straw here. You see the difference? This is like thicker and somewhat like hollow maybe, but it has hard pieces. And this is just like real thin, like hair-like almost. So I think we're going to use this for the plaster and this for the material. This is what this prototype was made out of. And this was a really, really strong prototype. It took a lot of water to disable this. If we probably would have put the sealant and the paint on top of this, I think it would have probably stayed, because I think we would have had a better outcome with it if we had done that. Just a few shakes in the bowl and it already looks like it's original. So I think I might maybe reform this and then try putting the paint and the sealant on it. Since it's all still here, just maybe add water to it again, maybe a little bit more sand, and try it with the sealant and the paint. Continue, for those of you wondering, this is my worm bin. I do not currently have our special mixture to get rid of unwanted guests, such as that fly, for example. And I did get what's called soldier fly maggots, which are only show up if there's too much vegetation in there. So, I mean, and they're not harmful. They're flies. They just look like a wasp. But they're a fly, and it's just, I've been drying it out to kind of try to get rid of them. Okay, so this is the one that was in the box. That's like that because I had tape holding it together. So, now we're going to try this. My sandy knee there. It's already falling apart. Oh my gosh. Look at that. I'm not even going to continue with that. Dang it, man. It's going back in the bowl. Okay, so we cannot use these. These are only going to be used to make... well, it was used to make this, the thing for the brick to begin with. This is just held together by tape. But we are gonna redo that, and we're gonna do 6x6. Because that's 5 by like 3. So that would get perfect squares. Okay, now it is time to test the ball. Now this is going to be easy. I'm just going to squeeze it. Yeah. So, okay. They all fell apart. That's not unusual with my prototyping. However, at this stage, I would have at least hoped that none of them fell apart. I think maybe they fell apart because I didn't test it like that with this one. Well, actually I did. I squeezed it before I remember, and it was really, really hard to get, it was really, really hard to squeeze and break. I remember. But I feel like if I would have maybe put the sealant and the paint on it, which this is my own personal paint. This is a prototype paint. That's why it's my own personal. It's just that the color was unfavorable and it came out a lot thinner than I expected. But I'm going to be giving y'all a thicker paint so it's more waterproof. And that was the paint that was on that prototype. That prototype. Yes, I know. My workstation is an absolute freaking mess. Roast me in the comments. I don't care. This is what happens when you're in mid trying to get the corporation up and going and then you get pregnant. But that's the main reason I'm trying to get this corporation up, is because I knew eventually I would get pregnant and I would need my child to have an actual planet to live on. So, this will never go away. It'll always be a mess even when I clean it. For those of you who don't know, yes, that is my own little makeshift Bunsen burner. I'm trying, y'all. Like, it's getting there. We're really close. It's just, I feel like maybe I should go back to this original straw here and just use it for both the plaster and the material. But I'm trying to work with this one because I bought 2 bales of this thinking it was the same as this. Because when I first bought these types of bales, they were this, but they changed the straw. They changed the type of straw. Now, this is animal bedding. They completely changed it, within a 2 to 3 year time period. They completely changed it. And so now this is a little bit more, well, it's probably cheaper. This is $11.99 a bale. And this is, I think, $8.99 a bale last I checked. So I don't know. I might end up just going back, and I can get it from the same place, so it doesn't matter. But I think I might just go back and try to get some more of this. But I'm trying to work with this also because, again, I bought 2 bales of it, and I cannot return them. It's as simple as that. I just cannot return them. So trying to work with them. Worst case scenario, they end up getting used for my dog's houses, but I just want y'all to see that, like, I'm not necessarily changing the recipe. It was just already, they changed it from what I was originally buying. So, but that's okay. I think this, it's cheaper now. I'll check again. Size limit reached. New video started. Okay. That's weird. Or I'll just use it for this, for my worms. Just try to dry them out. I don't know. Try that real quick. Maybe they'll compost it real good. Bring them up to the surface. We'll see. Okay, well, thank y'all for watching. Please have a safe day, night, wherever you're at. And wish me luck. Wish me luck. I'm going to try to reform it all. See what I can get. I don't think I need to add any more sand, though. I think it'll be okay. Just try to reform it. If it doesn't work after, a few tries, I'm gonna go back to this for both the straw and the plaster. If it doesn't work for a few tries. And then I'll make some more prototypes out of that. I think I'll probably do about 4 more tries with this. And then if it don't work, I'll go back to that. Okay. Well, y'all have a safe day and night wherever you're at. Wish me the best of luck. Bye.